Hello, 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 everybody. This is Big Tuna coming at you with another episode of Sid Meier's Civilization 5 Brave New World. We are playing a campaign as Sejong's Korean Empire. And yeah, things have been going pretty well. So, listen, there is an elephant in the room that I want to address. If you looked, I think, a video ago, or even the beginning of last video, our numbers were really pretty. I think we were number one, number one, number one, number one. But there's actually, so, it is a little scary to see like these numbers start to go up again. It's like, oh, did we ruin our chance? Are we like, has our golden age passed? Are we losing out now? And here's what I want to say. No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think these numbers are like the first thing your brain looks at because, you know, the human brain loves numbers, especially like simple numbers. So like this column is where you should, it is where you should look first. But I really think what you want to focus on, I think what the most important thing to focus on, especially at this point in the game, like we're not quite pressing into like late game territory yet, where like anybody's really gunning for victory condition. You want to look at obviously our column and then also the averages. And if you look, so there are people ahead of us in particular areas, but if you'll notice, in every single column, without exception, we are either at or above the average globally. So it's not as if we're falling behind the world in any category. And in some categories, we're far ahead of the world. So yeah, we're 5 points ahead of the national, the world for science. And we've been that way for a long time, which is pretty commendable. And then, yeah, I think military is probably where you really want to look at the differences. Like if there was a Civ who had 5 times the amount that we did, or yeah, even like double, that'd be pretty scary. And that can happen as you get into the late game. But I think our science gives us a nice benefit here that like Rome has some more military than we do. But first of all, we're about to get an air force, so I think that's going to change. But if you look, like we're actually relatively stable compared to I think the globe is relatively stable. Like the weakest nation has 100,000 units, more or less, 100,000 soldiers, whereas the best has 150,000. So like, yeah, it's not as if you do see it in some cases where like the top player will be like far and above stronger than anybody else, and that kind of makes things feel a little bit unstable on the planet. It could still happen. Rome is definitely the kind of civilization that will like spiral towards the end of the game. I've seen it happen. Anyway, I wouldn't let that freak us out too much. I think we can just keep our eye on the prize. We're going to want to defend ourselves. We definitely want to, once we improve the oil, we are going to want to get an Air Force out. Remember, we've had flight for a while now. And then, yeah, Germany, once we get an Air Force, guys, Germany's not messing with us. I mean, yeah, they're not. They could, even with an Air Force, like they could bring a whole naval force around here. In fact, I do think it's worth sending troops to like keep an eye on their navy over here. But as long as they're attacking with the land force, an Air Force is going to keep them at bay. And then on the flip side, like if anybody tries to invade us from across our west coast, same thing. Like an Air Force, I think will keep us relatively safe. We are a little bit. I do think we want to park a bit of a navy here, and maybe even put like artillery units here, because we don't. I mean, this is a bit of unprotected coast. But yeah, these are. I think we want to think about these things now, just so we're not caught by surprise later. You do want to try to think a few steps ahead in Civ. So we don't have. We can't be producing great war bombers or triplanes yet. I think we should get triplanes. They're not great units, but they're good defensive units, and they're good. Yeah, I think they will help keep us safe. I don't know. I'll think about it. I might get the Great War Bomber actually. That's one area I'm like a little limited is like air battles in Civ, but yeah, I do know that they are good, and they are they're what kind of make navies obsolete. Like we're ahead of the curve in being able to build an air force in the first place, especially in year 1812 AD. Anyway, so let's get back to things. I am going to lock down an armory. I think we are going to want to focus on happiness, because when civs start to choose their ideologies, happiness can fall off really quickly. Definitely. So that is something we're going to want to focus on. But that's kind of why we chose autocracy. Sorry, Rome. The other thing is Rome, yeah, again, like Germany and Austria kind of separate us. Like, we're kind of nestled in the middle of the continent. We seem friendly with America. They could be a threat if they sailed on us, but I'm not noticing any, like, Navy. Yeah, they have a privateer. I'm not too worried. Germany could launch a land invasion, but I think we've covered that scenario. Austria ain't doing anything. And I think if Rome's invading anybody, yeah, they're going to hit Germany or they're going to hit Austria first. So I think we're actually in a better position than it may feel like right now. Grants you technology, but we got a technology boost. Great. Saved a little bit towards refrigeration. Should we get the zoo, or should we get the seaport, +1 production, gold from sea, production 1 building naval units? A lot of questions going around here. I'm actually, as funny as it may sound, I'm going to lock down the hospital just to keep growth going, because the capital we can afford to grow. And we actually, the bigger it is, the more gold we get. So in 2 turns, we'll be able to lock down that oil. Just going to keep the ironclad. So yeah, you can see, like, I don't know, we're not looking particularly weak. Ooh, open borders. I do want to keep things happy with America. Order. Okay, this is getting a little scary. Our happiness is probably going to take a hit. I'm not sure, to be honest. Korea. Public opinion is generating 10 unhappiness. So all three of these civs chose order. If they keep doing that, our happiness is going to be in a real tough place. I am going to switch. We got to get as much happiness as we can, to be honest, just to stay afloat. Yeah, I'm going to lock down a zoo. Go ahead and create a great work. I really should stop. I should start bulbing those. Frigate. Yeah, Ironclad is just keeping an eye. We have 1 more turn. We can build stadiums once we get those. It's 2 more happiness. Korea. Again, can we make a difference? And we can. You know what I might do? I might put Austria in charge, just because, like, they're so weak and out of it. Like, I might as well put the weakest people on the map in charge. So I think our happiness is going to drop this turn. Yeah, except, are there any other luxury trades we can do? Boom. Create the offshore platform. And so can we lock in? I know we're saying we still haven't built amphitheaters, which I get is crazy. We've just had a lot of things in the production. Our science has been moving so fast. There's just so much we can focus on. There's a lot to weigh here. Oh, East India Company. I forgot about that. Plus 1 happiness. Should lock it down at some point. Arsenal is +1. A military academy is +2. I'm just going to chase the happiness for now. Replaceable parts. And yeah, as you will see, we no longer have any other happiness buildings. So something else I've neglected is relationships with city-states. Yeah, so this ironclad just keeping an eye on Germany. Pearls, sorry, I'm gonna want aluminum later, but I can't. Friendly. I guess, yeah, that's a good point. We don't have any aluminum within our borders. We haven't really needed it yet, but we're gonna want it. Now we can get buildings later where we can build it. So yeah, let me see if there's any way I can get more happiness from trade deals. Turn 280. We should definitely be bulbing these grand scientists by now. Yeah, so let's go. Let's work towards plastics. Man, that packed a punch. I'm gonna get the happiness from the armory. I'm hoping, like, if one of these other civs goes autocracy, it's gonna help us a lot. Okay, I will do a deal. I just have to check. Okay, can we? Yeah, let's trade for the spices. Oh, that's a really bad sign. That's a really bad sign. But we'll make it work. +3 iron. And then they'll give us +1 gold in exchange. Are we done with building frigates? I think we are. I'm gonna haggle them down. There we go. We saved ourselves an iron. It's a little humiliating, but I think it's worth. Again, we want happiness. So we have, I think, 4 other civs that still are going to. How did we get all that happiness? 9. What's going on? Do we become friends with a city-state or something? I expected our happiness to drop rapidly. I didn't expect it to like pick up. We are starting to accumulate gold, which, and in fact, we are going to run out of policies to pursue at some point. Like, because I don't want, like, we're going to wrap up rationalism pretty soon here, and then like I don't want to do all of. I just basically want to do the autocracy policies that maybe can save us money on unit maintenance and then also get us happiness. Beyond that, you know, I might even pursue like commerce, which that gets us happiness, but like way later. I don't know. At this point, we need to stay happy because rationalism. We lose 15% science out the gate if we go unhappy. Neufenstein. I think you need. See, that's +2 happiness, +4 culture, and +6 gold, and then +3 gold, +2 culture, +1 happiness from every castle. That is an excellent wonder. Like, if I was playing wide, it'd be amazing, but it must be built within 2 tiles of a mountain, and I don't think we have any mountains. If that's something I found out I like missed out on later, and we do have a mountain in our territory, I'd go crazy, but I think we'd just be researching it like just to get railroad. Oh, but that can get us an extra trade route. A lot of things to consider here. Both of these get us an extra trade route. Okay. So, do we build an air force with our oil, or do we build a battleship? Battleships are freaking beastly. Those will keep us safe for a while. I'm a little torn. Obviously, we're going to want to get atomic theory uncovered eventually. Let's do railroad. Let's just like work our way through the tree. Actually, well, we have a lot of frigates. We can pay to upgrade the frigates. Fine. We'll do battleships. Battleships are great units. I don't really want to be friends. Sorry, Austria. I know we like made you the head of the council or whatever. Freedom. Okay, at least it's not all the same. Where it gets scary is if they're all the same. But you just saw we lost a lot of happiness from that. Oh, we got a tenant. I think it is worth. But you see now why I like kind of freak out about happiness, because like with liberty or freedom, for instance, like if we would have done freedom and all these other civs are choosing order, we wouldn't have been as flexible to produce like barracks and get the +2 happiness from those. Let's just see what happened. There's no happiness here. There's gold cost of purchasing units. That's not worth getting that right now. We want to finish out rationalism. Great scientists are earned 25% faster. Yeah, I'll just keep it. Go. We did finish a zoo in Seoul. So I won't do the Great War Bomber right now. I'm going to do the Military Academy. The thing is, once we do start producing units, they're going to be pretty fierce units. They're going to have a lot of upgrades. Also going to pick up that Military Academy. If we go unhappy, our science shuts down. It's like really not worth. I think it's more worth investing in the happiness right now than the science. Okay, actually, I've been putting this off every turn. Our golden age ends. We do have over 1,000 gold, but we're going to want to keep that. So again, we're like around global average, which is good. The manufactured goods, we're above global average. Rome is way out producing us now. Let's see here. What am I thinking about? Cargo ship. Yeah, we do want to continue growing. Should I send it to Daegu? Should I send it to Busan? Does it really go to Busan? Yeah, Busan. So I think we will stop freaking out a bit when cultural victory. Yeah, so there's 3 civs left that need to choose. Hopefully either Germany, Byzantium, or Austria goes autocracy, so it's not like, some of them will like offset each other. Clearly order seems to be the dominant ideology now. We just have to keep an eye on it, but we got to keep our happiness buffed. We can't leave ourselves weak in that respect. So we did get a hospital in Jeonju. That's pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I'm going to get well, actually, no. Barracks, 2 turns for 2 happiness. I'll take that. I'm just going to do the pearls. I put it off too long. Pearls for 7 gold. Fine. Just get the extra gold. So yeah, we got 8 happiness coming at us right now. So hopefully that will give us a bit of a buffer. Colombo, are you our friends? Are you giving us fur? Wait, what do they have again? Colombo. They're friends with the Inca. So their approval went back up. So now that, I don't know, whatever. We're keeping an eye on it. I know I seem a bit like maniacal about it. See, we don't want our soldiers to slip too far below the world average. It's something we just want to make sure of. A lot of happiness. It's like, I feel like a buffer. So there's 3 more civs. We'll find out kind of what, like once all of them settle into their ideologies, the next big thing that could deprive us of happiness is that there will be a vote on the world ideology. And we'll see. I forget who controls World Congress, but we're going to lose that anyway. So yeah, just want to take these steps to protect ourselves. So I am going to actually I'm going to switch back to production focus and try to get the Cristo Retendor. That's -10. We can do that. We can really work our way down once we finish rationalism, we can kind of work our way down the commerce tree, which I think will be helpful to us. Money is going to be really helpful. It's like, I think it's the next most useful thing at that stage in the game. Busan, good job on the military academy there. I am just going to lock down that zoo. Yeah, I'm going to at least let one of our cities get a research lab. Okay, 2 turns, I'm going to upgrade all of our frigates to battleships, and I think that's going to, like, just that is going to keep us a lot safer. Great Rider. Yeah, at this point, see, we can either get, like, the 2, but, yeah, it's not worth it. You see, getting 888 culture right away is the clear choice this late in the game, which I would say we're getting into the late game. Oh, so Germany is friendly, and okay, so they're getting freaked out at us. But yeah, well, maybe I'll move all my units to my west, just so they don't. If they get freaked, they might want to attack. I could see that. I could see how like they might be thinking we're going to take out Dortmund and Cologne. Yeah, I'm not going to leave everybody like totally undefended, but maybe I'll like move the units away. I don't want to like. Some of them definitely belong on the other side. Okay, I am going to upgrade this frigate to a battleship. Battleships are so good. I love battleships. They pack a punch. They're stronger than the planes we can get right now, so I think it's worth doing. Do we have another frigate? Do we not? Crap. Man, that wiped out our treasury. But these guys are going to keep us safe. They're going to keep us safe for sure. How far ahead are we in science still? Oh my gosh, we're way ahead of the global average. Way ahead. Well, let's just do railroad. I know it's tempting to go for atomic theory. Academy Science. What does that mean? Academy Science. Oh, I see. We don't really have many academies. Okay, this guy might actually have nothing to do now. Is this railroad? Build railroad. Leipzig. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit less worried now. We've all had those games where like a militant. You remember I was freaked when they settled Leipzig a little bit. We've all had those games where like players have settled, the AI settles, and they're kind of a militant AI, and then their city grows from like they plant it, and within like 20, 30 turns, it goes to a size like 7 or 8, and then you see they start planting a bunch of like military units in there. I'm not saying they're not going to grow Leipzig, but I did notice I think they're bottom of the barrel for happiness. So they made some weird policy choices. And so like if they're sucking in happiness, it's gonna be really hard for them to grow Leipzig to a huge city. Which is funny. I thought it was like harder for the AI to go unhappy. I don't know. I am gonna keep this battleship like in the area. I'll move this ironclad to the other side. I do want to get at least one battleship over to the other. Okay, maybe I'll leave this battleship on this side. This battleship bring to the other side. Oh man, do we have any way of blocking down that oil? Oh man. 7 oil? Who's friends with Ragusa? Germany? May have to see if we can. It might even be worth if we get a spy just planting them. What are we doing with our spies anyway? Activity schmoozing. Oh yeah, we set him as a diplomat, not a spy. I'm gonna move him to Germany as a. We can't get science, but I'm gonna send him as a diplomat just to see. We can't. It's not worth like if we send him as a spy, we're not going to be stealing any technology from him anyway. It's too stupid. We're too far ahead. I don't think there's anything we can get from him. All right, this is a little intense. I will move this crossbowman back. He's losing money. Yeah, I am going to look at diplomacy overview. Is there any way we can get more happiness? Dago. Do I dare just go for a research lab? I dare to do so. Here, work the. Oh, we don't have railroad yet. Okay. Sit tight, worker. We don't want to get rid of you yet. I actually don't really know what railroads do. Oh, shit. Freedom. Okay. freedom. So we have 2 more. I think it's much worse. So yeah, we are suffering some unhappiness from having autocracy. But I think things are a lot like it makes me breathe a little bit easier that there's 2 freedom, 3 order. It gets a lot scarier when they're like the whole world is one ideology. But if somebody became an autocracy, even if it's friggin' Austria at this point, I'll take it. I'll become friends with those states do that. But yeah, ideological differences can definitely sow dissent. Or like it can turn friends into enemies, so I do want to keep an eye on Washington. Here, I'll withdraw from the border. What did we build? I'm gonna get the research labs up. I'm sorry. I don't want our military to flail. The night in Washington gives me reassurance. Here, I'll move the turtle ship. Actually, I can't. I think the turtle ship is stuck. I'll move the privateer. Man, it would be great to top the chart and score. But it seems like, man, Washington is at the bottom. Did they just get gutted? Did they just get totally gutted by... They just couldn't expand. They were on a really competitive continent, I suppose. We landed a great scientist. We will bulb. Let's do it for atomic theory. And then we'll get railroad and then atomic theory. I'm not worried. Atomic theory, hopefully we have some plutonium. Or uranium. Sorry, uranium. Because that would suck if we did not. I don't want to have to trade for that. I mean, we control a decent amount of land, but, like, I don't know. We could get it, we could not. I'm a little nervous for that, frankly. Because having nuclear weapons means, like, nobody's messing with us, but... Germany's denouncing us. Come on, Germany, were you just friendly? Is it because we had your troops? Will it tell why he's... You demanded that... we demanded that. They're still pissed about asking them not to settle. Into autocracy. I did forgive them for spying. Germany, baby, come on. Why are you so mad? Again, I think we could take them. All right, we're getting a little bit uncomfortably behind the world average. I am going to divert at least Daegu to building. I would like to get at least 1 aircraft. I think just that boost to science is going to be so nice. Pearls for the sugar. Can we please do that? Great. Keeping the happiness humming. So we have 2 more civs that are going to found. Okay, Ramesses. Will Ramesses trade with us? Go on. He doesn't like us, probably. 3 gold and iron. So, okay, I think as we're doing better and better, that you can tell the civs are getting a little strained. But I think we need to do what we need to do. Like, we're not really... When we take horses, we're not using horses at this point. Okay. It's, yeah, maintaining that happiness is worth it to us. Worker. We're going to have railroad in 1 turn. Chill out. You'll have something to do. Oh, okay. We do have antiquity sites, which we can work to get tourism, and culture. We're probably going to want to get like archaeologists out to do that at some point. Okay, we have another +1 science every trading post, 17% science from universities. Let's do it. Oh my god. Just crazy levels of science. Like, as we fall behind in like military size, we really got to work on our military. We're like getting to Austria levels. But yeah, we're getting further and further ahead in science, and it's great. But yeah, okay. Finally, you can work on the railroad. Now let's do atomic theory. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do we have uranium near us? Okay, big moment. Order! Ah, Byzantium. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I got all the happiness buildings. I'm tempted to stop growing, but I am going to keep growing. Ooh, and we get another trade route. Yeah, not to, Cristo Redentor is going to be so good. We could go in happy, but let us just plod forward. We'll invest in more military units, more happiness units. Let's get this science. Embargo city states. I don't really care about that. Science is funding. Increases generation of great scientists. Increases great writers. I kind of like that. I kind of want that. Oh man. So this is a sensitive couple turns. We could definitely go unhappy, and that would suck, and we would lose science from that. Okay, big turn. Uranium discovered. Okay, so we have some uranium. How much? 2. Okay. Okay. Germany. I don't like that. Wait, no. Crap, Germany has 2 uranium. Do they have more? Okay. Okay. I would have preferred more, but I'm way happier having some than not having some. We have 2 uranium. Essentially, we're going to use it to build nuclear weapons, just so nobody Fs with us. We can't really put it towards production, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to just put all these workers on. Somebody should go improve the uranium mill. Okay, and at this point, so we did atomic theory. We're bumping up. We're getting closer to the atomic era. Do we want machine guns? I think machine guns would be good because we can improve our. We have a lot of improvements we can make. Extends the land trade routes. I don't really care about that. Land ships. I think that you can improve really improve you can improve your knights and stuff. We haven't really. Those are good for if you have horse units and you want to improve them. We don't really have oil, so we can't do many of those. Destroyers are great. They're good melee. I think they're what our ironclads would upgrade to. Let's do nuclear fission, and we can get 2 atomic bombs out, and then I think people will be more hesitant to mess with us. And then, as you can see, we're getting closer to these are the technologies we would need to win the science victory. So, yep. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ballistics, radar, nuclear fission, and then I'm going to. I know we will have neglected combustion for a long time at that point, but I think we should then go rocketry, get the Apollo program, and then go into satellites and get the Hubble Space Telescope. This is like a wonder I do not want to pass up at all. 2 free grade scientists appear near the city where the wonder was built. It provides a free spaceship factory in the city in which it was built. 25% production on building spaceship parts. It's kind of the wonder for, and I think we can get it comfortably. So I think nuclear fission will get the aggressive civs off our back now that we know that we have some uranium to improve. I think we'll go for Hubble telescope. Then we'll kind of backfill all of the techs that we don't have yet. So we don't get too spread out at that point. Okay, and we do have an extra. Oh no. Order. Oh my god. Austria, no. Austria, no. We're about to go unhappy. We didn't go unhappy. Okay, Ragusa. You have incense, and you have, well, no, they want incense. Okay, I do think we should put our extra spy into one of the city states. Like what's the city state that has something we really want? Okay, so the good news, we need to get our happiness together, but like it could all go to shit and we could go unhappy. Is anybody winning a cultural victory? I don't know. Korea's getting hit the hardest out of all this because we're the only autocracy civ on the map, which sucks. That being said, I still think like the buff was worth more than 22. Um, but everybody's chosen now, so it's. I do think that one of these smartass civs is going to vote to make order the world ideology, and they'll probably win, which will drag our happiness down a little bit. So yeah, I think we should continue to invest in happiness buildings. I think at this point, happiness is science. Frankly, man, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get the stadium. Wait, war bomber. Okay, so yeah, wait. Let's take a look at. So now everybody's chosen. That's typically a time where people go unhappy is when somebody chooses. Oh, we can get you in. Okay, silk. Who has a bunch? So silk and oil. I might actually pull some of my spies out of the Korean capital and put them like. Actually, you can't do multiple in one. Porcelain. I'd totally be interested in more uranium, jewelry, and incense, which we don't have. We'll want aluminum. Jewelry and incense. Did embargo city states pass? It's actually a really important question. No trade with city states. Does that mean they can't give us anything? All right, maybe. All right, I'm not going to risk wasting a spy. I'm going to move a spy into Rome. Oh my God! Like, look at their cities. Rome is they're the most powerful kind of civ on the. They have the most like power now. I'm going to put a diplomat there to schmooze. I don't want to piss them off and like direct. We don't need to steal any technologies from them, and I don't want them to get pissed at us for spying on them. You know. Man, just like that. I mean, our science is just starting to skyrocket. Forget it. Our science is excellent. Our production is like very, very okay. Is anybody improving? Somebody, okay, worker, what are you doing? Go and improve the uranium. Should we get the Manhattan Project? Or should we get happiness? Should we chase happiness? Should we chase a stadium? I am going to chase a stadium, frankly. Armory is you're going to chase the +2. We're just doing what we can to stay happy right now. Boom, baby. Cristo Redentor. Culture cost of adopting new policies is reduced by 10%. Super useful. Yeah, picked up even more culture. So our culture game is like, yeah, to say it's off the ground is kind of an overstatement. Or an understatement, rather. Yeah, great way to finish the video. Got some money saved over. It's not like there's anybody who's like way, way, way wealthy. So we kind of like very narrowly survived. I think, part of me feels like we're hanging on by a thread with our happiness. Yeah, we're just getting like civil resistance. and it's calculated based on the outgoing influence of a civ compared with the incoming influence of other civs with an ideology. So I think our tourism is helping us a bit. Yeah, it's bad. I think our culture will ultimately help us. I don't know. What do I know? That is a mechanic of the game I definitely have to learn a little bit more about. So I feel like once we get Manhattan Project and once we can get nuclear fission, once we get 2 atomic bombs, I think people are going to kind of back off. That being said, I almost want to get that research lab. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. This video is going to go a little long because I will forget. I am going to get that research lab right now. The thing is, I'm going to forget to invest in a big juicy technology because remember the science building in the capital getting built, that whole thing. We lose, it gives us a boost. Bismarck is building up for a naval sneak attack. Is that of us? I always do diplomacy overview when I mean to do demographics. I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, so military units right away in Jeonju. Once all these buildings finish, they'll each produce 2 or 3 military units. I think we should also pay to update our military, make it a little more modern. Do we need? We need coal to update turtle ship. All right, Huachas, I'm so sorry. Oh, we can't update you twice in one turn. It does. I'm sorry, guys. This breaks my heart to have to update all these units. But we want to update where we can. We don't want to be too weak. Okay, so we got ballistics. We're going to get this research lab in 3 turns. And I want to make sure we are focusing on a big juicy tech when that happens. So I think I'll make sure it's on radar. Well, what do we need for nuclear fission? We need radar. So what should I do in the meantime? If I'm going for satellites, we need radar either way. I'll do combustion for now just to get us. So I'll do combustion for 3 turns and then switch to radar. Okay, we need military units yesterday. I'm gonna make infantry. I'm gonna upgrade to artillery. I'm gonna upgrade. I don't have the money to do that right now. I am gonna grow. I'm gonna keep that growth coming. And at some point, we'll take a look at specialists again just to get our science. We won't do that this video. Artillery. Great engineer. Is there a wonder we really want? I don't think we can use it to rush the Manhattan Project. We'll keep the great engineer around. Maybe we'll use it to get the Hubble. I mean, I'm looking at Sydney Opera House would be actually super helpful to get, but I don't think it's worth deviating from our plan right now. We'll find a place to use the great engineer. How much to update? Okay, I'm gonna update to not. Okay, this is the turn. I'm going to switch to radar. And then when Sol gets the... First of all, the research lab is going to totally blow up the science game for us. And it's going to give us a good bit of radar. And Robert Goddard, we will let you sleep. Man. Hello, everybody. So we're on turn 301. So let me tell you what happened. So I saw the research lab, and I thought I was gonna forget to. Anyway, I wanted to finish the research lab before the end of the video, but we are naturally for some reason Civ crashed on my computer, and I don't know if it's like a space issue. I don't know what's been going on recently. I just want to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I am going to call the video here. So we actually got all the way to like unlocking the research lab in Seoul, and like right as that happened, the game crashed. So I just want to make sure that doesn't happen again. I'm going to save here. That's why I saved so much, but luckily I think auto saves caught it instead. I hadn't saved in a while actually. And yeah, I just want to make sure the game doesn't crash again and we lose info again. So I'm going to call it here. We'll pick up next round. But guys, like overall, really solid game. Yeah, we're making, I mean, look at how much science we're making. We are, again, we just have to make sure we don't get invaded. We don't want to like slip too far behind anybody. We're about the national average again, or the world average, but we're just crushing everybody for science. We're like way ahead. We're 14 points ahead of the weakest. And it looks like, I mean, there are some like scary people on the map, but they're all kind of beating each other up. Rome is on its way up, which like they are. I mean, if you look, they have a lot of big cities now. They're no small deal. Germany looks like they're gearing up to do something. I don't know, but I think Korea is still staying strong enough to like fight them off. So yeah, we have a late game. I mean, you know, we are getting into the late game, but like the end is near. I'm not saying the game's going to end in the next video or two, but like we are making moves. We're inching closer and closer. We just have to, you know, not let our guard down. We can't get too lazy. We can't risk getting invaded. But anyway, guys, you guys have been awesome. Man, so next video is video 11. That blows my mind. But thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I am Big Tuna. This has been a hell of a campaign with you guys. Playing as Korea has been super duper fun so far. I'm excited to see where it goes next. Take it easy in the meantime, and I will catch up with you later. Bye-bye.